Welcome back to Julie Stevens Yoga. So today we're going to do a little bit more of a dynamic practice, but first of all we'll start in a nice comfortable sitting position. So shoulders over the hips, heart open, and let's just close our eyes and begin to focus on our breath. So the breath is the essence of your yoga practice. It's very important to keep focused on the breath as you move through beginning, middle, end of your practice. So you keep the mind nice and calm. Okay, so let's breathe in through the nose, breathing into the belly again, and then breathing out through the nose, just gently drawing the belly back. Breathing in again, expanding into the belly, and breathing out, gently drawing the navel back. So let's do 5 more slow breaths together. Softening the face, relaxing your eye muscles especially, jaw muscles. Enjoying the time just to be still, to quieten the mind, and to relax a little bit more. And let's bring our palms together now in front of our Anahata chakra, just acknowledging this heart space. Namaste. Okay, so let's begin. Let's come onto the hands and knees, and we're just going to stretch out the shoulders first. So the knees are hip-width apart. We're going to stretch the arms forwards, rest the forehead on the floor, and sink into the shoulder area. And feel free to move when you breathe. So when you breathe, when you're inhaling, you're lifting up a little bit, creating the space. And then when you're exhaling, you're sinking into the stretch. And inhale, let's come up. Bring the left hand back, stretch out through the right arm. Relaxing the head on the arm. Just close your eyes, enjoy the time to move into the breath, into the body. And let's do the other side. Relaxing the head again. And inhale, coming up. Let's spread through the fingers. Take another inhale, drop the belly, cat and tiger pose, lift out of the shoulders, looking up. Exhale, let's round through the spine, chin to the chest. Inhale again, looking up. And then exhale, tuck the toes under and come into downward dog. So try and keep your back nice and straight. Relax the head, and let's walk the legs out on the spot. Just loosening up the hamstrings. And bend both legs, pushing back. And now let's walk the feet to the hands. And bring the feet together. Relax. And let's inhale, curl the body up. So rolling, 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 rolling. Take hold of your thumb. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, bring the hands down the front. Okay, so we're going to do a couple of sun salutations. We'll do 2 to warm the body up. So come to the front of your mat. Okay, hands in namaste. So when we take the hands up, just hold on to the thumb. Let's inhale, raise the hands up. Exhale, palms down the front, fold forward. Straight legs or bent, relax. Inhale, lengthen the spine. So if you can't touch the floor with straight legs, place the hands on the knees. And then exhale, let's step back into downward dog. Inhale, plank position. So engage your core, squeeze the buttocks, draw your belly in. Lift out of the shoulders. Exhale, knees to the floor, elbows in, push-up position, come all the way down. And then inhale, come into cobra. Now if this doesn't feel good through your back, then don't come up so far. Exhale, downward dog. Now let's step the right foot forwards, and you can have that left knee on the floor. Ankle under the knee. Inhale, raise the hands up. Looking up gently. Exhale, let's step back into plank position. So we're developing core strength, upper body strength. Squeeze the buttocks. Chaturanga, come down to the knees, elbows in, leaning into the shoulders. Inhale, gently coming up into cobra. Now lift out of the shoulders. Exhale, downward dog. Good. Other side. Left foot lightly forwards. Inhale, raise the hands up. So this back knee can either be on the floor or off the floor. Looking up. Exhale, step the back foot to the front, both feet together. Relax. Inhale, come all the way up, big breath. And exhale, back to center. So let's do one more. Inhale, raise the hands up. Exhale, let's fold forward. So remember, we're saluting the sun. Inhale, long spine. So it's nice and straight. Chin down. Exhale, step back into plank. Nice and straight. Exhale, chaturanga, knees to the floor, elbows in. Inhale, come up. Exhale, back. Downward dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Right foot forwards. Now this time you can choose if you want your knee on the floor or knee off the floor, a bit stronger. Ankle under the knee. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, step back into plank. Chaturanga, straight legs or knees to the floor, elbows in. Inhale, open heart, cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Left foot forwards. Ankle under the knee, back knee on or off the floor. And exhale. Step the back foot to the front, both feet together, relax. Inhale, let's come all the way up, big breath. And exhale, hands down the front. Good. So now we're going to move into a couple of standing poses. So let's inhale, raise the hands up. And exhale, let's fold forwards. Relax. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, step back into downward dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Plank position. Squeeze the buttocks, engage your core. Hold it here for a couple of breaths. Downward dog, pushing back. And let's step the right foot forwards. Now ground through the back foot. Inhale, coming up, Virabhadrasana 2. So reaching out through the fingertips and look over your front middle finger. Good. Sinking into that front thigh, scrunch the shoulders up to your ears and then lengthen them out. Sink into this front thigh. That's that strong back leg. Exhale here. Step back, downward dog. Plank position, squeezing the buttocks, draw the belly in. Good, chaturanga, knees to the floor or straight legs if you're a little bit stronger. Elbows in, coming down, inhale up, squeeze the buttocks and exhale back. Okay, let's step the opposite foot forwards. Inhale, let's come up, reaching out, looking over your front middle finger. Steady, soft gaze, relaxed breath. Good, and exhale, step back into downward dog. Plank position, holding it here, squeeze the buttocks again, draw the belly in. Chaturanga, straight legs or knees to the floor, elbows in, coming down. Inhale up and exhale back. Okay, now from here, bring both feet together and take your right leg straight back from the hip. So we're not turning the hip up, we're keeping it down. Strong leg. Relax the head. And let's do the other side. Strong legs. Good. Now let's step the foot forwards and turn both feet out. So let's sink down into the hips a little bit here. Now make sure that your feet are nice and even on the floor and the ankles are under the knees. So you can see here, nice and straight. So let's push the knees out and open the hips. So we're going to twist the spine a little bit here. So we breathe in, and then when we breathe out, we twist. We push the opposite knee away and we twist in the opposite direction. So say to the right. Inhale, let's come back to center. Keep the hips exactly where they are. And then exhale, twist to the left. Squeeze the belly back. Inhale, brings you back to center. Exhale, squeeze and twist. Inhale, nice big full breath. Exhale. And one more, inhale. And exhale, squeeze the belly back. Inhale, let's come up. Now keep the hips where they are. Bring the shoulders over the hips. Hands in namaste. Let's stay here for 10 counts. 1. Good. 2. 3. Keep the breath relaxed. 4. Shoulders relaxed. 5. Nearly there. 6. 7, 8, 9, excellent. 10, let's go. Inhale, big breath, reach up. And then exhale, well done. Take the hands behind the back, interlace the fingers, open the heart. Now turn your toes in, so you're pigeon-toed. Inhale, look up. And then exhale, let's fold forwards, taking the arms over. Inhale, come up to halfway. Exhale, place the hands down and let's turn into a lunge. So we walk this front foot out to the side and we begin to sink down into the hips. If it's a strong pose for you, rest the knee on the floor. Otherwise, keep the knee off the floor. And you can see that my ankle's under the knee again. So either stay on the hands or you might come onto the forearms. Close the eyes, 5 slow breaths. Enjoy. Inhale, let's come up and let's step back into downward dog. And let's walk the legs out, just loosen up a little bit. Good, and let's do the other side. So step the opposite foot forwards to the outside of your hand, sinking down. Now make sure that you take the same option on each side. So if your knee was on the floor on the other side, make sure the knee's on the floor on this side. So my knee was off, so I'm going to stick with that and come onto my forearms. Closing the eyes, 5 slow breaths. And let's come up and step back, downward dog. Walking the legs out, come into plank position. Squeeze the buttocks again, engage your core. Chaturanga, straight legs, lower yourself to the floor or knees to the floor, elbows in. Inhale, come up and exhale back. Good. Now let's just stretch out the hamstrings. So bend this left knee on the floor and bring the right foot forwards. And wriggle it as far forwards as you can. And then lift the toes up and begin to stretch out the front leg. So pull the front hip back here. Relaxing over the leg, or you might be more comfortable just keeping the spine straight. Remember to breathe calmly in and out of your nose. Enjoy the process. It takes a lot of time and consistency to get a nice, strong, flexible body. Dedication. Inhale, coming up, and let's swap sides. So wriggle the foot forwards, lift the toes up again, pull this front hip back so the pelvis is nice and even. And let's take another inhale and exhale. Just slowly begin to fold over your leg. Hamstring stretches can be pretty intense, so try and make sure that the rest of your body's relaxed. And the breath especially. And let's inhale, come up, and exhale, come out of the pose. Okay, so this next one I'm going to show you is a great way of passively stretching the inside hamstrings. And for most of us, we have a bit of a challenge to come forwards when we take the legs wide. So what you need to do is you need to bring your buttocks to the wall and do it from a side angle. So you can get the buttocks right against the wall, and then you're going to take the legs up the wall. And then take the legs wide and make sure that the distance is even between or from your foot to the wall or to the floor on each side. Closing the eyes, you can push the thighs a little bit here, and let's just relax for a good few moments in this position. Now you can stay here for a little bit longer than this session. This will be the last stretch of the session. So when the video finishes, feel free to stay here for a little bit longer, because it is a great stretch. But when you come out, make sure that you use your hands to push the legs together. And then knees to the chest, and you'll roll out. But stay there for a little bit longer, because it is a great stretch and you want to get all the benefits. So that's all we have time for today. So I hope you enjoyed your practice, and I look forward to doing the next video with you sometime soon. Namaste. Thank you.